My name is Marc, I'm 30 years old and I'm a PhD student in Bordeaux, working in viticulture and enology. And I don't have a very strong scientific background. Indeed, I first started in hospitality, so I did 3 years of study in hospitality. Then I've been a sommelier, first in London, then in Paris, in some 3 Michelin-star restaurants. And it has been very helpful for the rest of my career to be a sommelier. And it's only during COVID time that I wanted to go back to school and to learn about wine science. So I had the opportunity to be enrolled in the Master of Sciences in Vineyards and Winery Management at Bordeaux Sciences Agro. And so for 2 years I've studied about wine science, winemaking, enology and viticulture, and it has been very helpful for my PhD. So my PhD is a bit particular in the way that I'm working with a private company and as well with the public companies, which is the INRAE science. So I'm in both sides, from the private and the public. And my question is about climate change and wine typicity in Bordeaux. So indeed, climate change is changing the wine typicity of Bordeaux. And we're trying to find new varieties in order to adapt to this global warming, but also to keep and maintain this wine typicity from the Bordeaux vineyards. So the main innovative step we have in this PhD is that normally when you work on new plant material or new varieties, you only work on the science on it, which is it tolerant to climate change, or drought tolerance, etc., etc. The approach we have is first we try to answer this question about tolerance to climate change, but also this question of does it make sense to plant this variety in Bordeaux in order to keep this wine typicity? And so this PhD is really between the pure science, but also some kind of empirism from the wine growers. This topic of increasing the varietal diversity in Bordeaux is not brand new. Indeed, 100 years ago, we had a lot of different varieties in Bordeaux, more than 50 different varieties, while today we have only 6. And so I'm working on this topic with this PhD, but other wine growers as well have planted on their own some varieties, older varieties of Bordeaux, and they try to see if it's adapted to the new climatic conditions. So the interest of this research is that it's kind of a very practical research, because all the varieties that we're looking at, we want them to be planted in the near future in Bordeaux. And we want this increase of diversity to happen in the next few years, right? We do have some first results. We mainly have 5 different varieties which are very interesting in terms of wine typicity, to protect this wine typicity. They mainly come from Bordeaux. They were planted 100 years ago. Some of them are coming also from southwest of France, which is kind of close to Bordeaux, you know. And so those varieties are protecting the wine typicity. However, we still investigating if they are adapted to a warmer conditions as we expect in the near future. The main thing about this PhD is not about changing the grape varieties in Bordeaux. It's not what we want to do. It's only to increase the diversity of Bordeaux. And so wine growers can have different tools to adapt to climate change. And it's very about the history of Bordeaux. We always have a lot of different grape varieties in Bordeaux, and we just want to reach this diversity. So as every PhD, when you end the PhD, you always have some academic results, which are published in scientific journals. So we're working on that, on the different topics on which I'm studying. But my kind of dream is more that the INAO, which is the public, the governmental company, which kind of makes the rules of Bordeaux, will be interested in those results in order to kind of breaking the border and making things change for the wine growers, for them to have many more tools to adapt to climate change. So whatever is your professional background, doing this master is very interesting, because whatever you've done before, it always will be helpful for this master. This master is great for many reasons. First one is it's really a melting pot of many people from many backgrounds all over the world. And so it's very kind of rich in terms of intellectualism. And then also this master is very interesting because you have great teachers, who's teaching a lot on wine science, on pure wine science, but you also have some pure application of winemaking, like the internships, the audit, and so you know how to make wine, and you also understand how the wine is happening, you know. So PhD, first of all, is a job in itself, right? So for 3 years, you're studying one topic, paid for that. You don't have lecture, it's really a pure job, right? And so it gives many things, I think, for the PhD students. First of all, about your topic, you're becoming an expert, obviously, but also about criticism in terms of science, in terms of results. You have the tools to analyze what people say to you. And then after a PhD, you have, let's say, two main pathways for a professional career. First one being very academic and pure research, but also some private research as a research and development director in different wine estates, which is what I aim to do after this PhD. Yeah, I think you should definitely do this master. It's been great.
Thank you.